what would you clash in a 10 versus 10 on No Signal? What would be your thing? What subject or artist or band or whatever?
I would do like, I could do reggae, could do dancehall, could do R&B, UK music. I'd love to do maybe, I don't know, maybe like artist wise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's your what artist do you specialize in? Like, what's gonna be your one?
Kano.
Yeah.
I'd like to do Kano still. I think Kano would be a good one.
Kano versus who?
I don't know, anyone.
Who would be Kano's versus actually? Gets, innit?
Yeah, I thought that. I thought Gets.
I think it would be Gets.
I thought Gets. Yeah. I thought Gets. Wretch came into my mind a little bit only because of, you know, like as they musically started to mature a bit, they both of them have come with like pieces of work that have messages essentially. But then aside from that, their ability on the microphone is second to none. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's interesting that you say that. I would do Wretch versus Gets, and I would do Kano versus Gets, but I wouldn't do Wretch versus Kano.
Okay.
Or maybe who's Wretch's versus?
I don't know if I would do Wretch versus Gets though. You know,
I just in my head I'm just thinking of where they cross over. I feel like Gets and Wretch cross over a bit. Kano and Gets cross over in terms of like working together. I mean. And like the paths of their careers, I think, cross over. But I don't see Kano and Wretch's careers crossing over in many places.
What do you mean? In what sense, though? Crossing over in what sense, though?
Like, just existing in the same spaces.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. But ultimately, they essentially, from a basic point of view, maybe not in a technical point of view, but from a basic point of view, they kind of do sort of the same thing in a sense that, like, you put an instrumental on and they both can just do an absolute madness. Yeah. Then they both make songs very well. And they make all different types of songs. So, like, obviously they go back to grime, then they experiment or whatever. I think the biggest difference maybe, though, is, like, Kano's history with like radio sets and stuff like that. You see more of that from. That's why
I think of Gets.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, as they've both evolved, Kano and Gets, I feel like they've really evolved differently though. And like I say that in a sense of Gets is actually this is a contradiction because I was about to say they're like Gets is a more mature version of himself, which is obviously so is Kano, but I just think that like I see more of ghetto in Gets, but with Kano I see like a different man in a sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah,
like Gets, I just feel.
But is that because we didn't really know Kano?
I feel like at any moment, one word can make Gets turn into ghetto with the mashup mat, and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like with Kano, it takes a little bit more of a like. I know, like.
And this is, I don't know. The only thing I'd say to that is that one word can turn Gets into ghetto is sick. He should make some kind of thing about that because that is really sick. But I don't think we knew Kano. He didn't have this big personality when he was younger Kano. True. He just was minding his own business a bit. You get what I'm saying? He's still just quite a reserved guy. I think I'm with you in that. Like he feels like a completely new man because maybe he's given us more of himself now, but it isn't like there's much to refer back to in terms of his character. It's just we know his tunes, and he could make a Boys Loves Girls now, easy.
Yeah, of course.
Garage Skank essentially is like Boys Love Girls, like fun, It's got that sort of like Kano energy. It's the same vibe to me. I don't feel like there's something for him to go back to. I think he's just making better versions of the songs he was making back then.
Who, Kane?
Yeah, he's just better. He was amazing back then. He's now just amazing squared. Like he's just still amazing. Whereas Gets and Ghetto to me are literally like two different people. It's like two different characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kano, old Kano and young Kano
I don't
aren't two
know.
different characters. They're not two different characters.
I see the old Kano and new Kano as different characters to a degree.
I don't.
But I see Gets and Ghetto almost as twins. But one twin is just a bit more violent than the other.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I do. I
That's
really
funny.
do. But I don't know, because I think the reason, one of the reasons why I say that I feel like I'm seeing a new-ish Kano is that, like, yeah, of late you're seeing a lot more of his character and his personality. But musically, he always had personality in what he was doing. It's just that he was, as you said, a lot more reserved and, like, you know, I think Kano's the person in the group who, unless he's comfortable with you, he's not talking loudly and doing all of that. He just lets everyone else talk. But then when he gets a microphone, he'll do a madness. With Gets, in the group, he's the one that things to say, like, you get what I'm saying? And debating with someone and and then like bringing a competition. Then it's like, all right, cool. Well, then let's go in the booth now. Then, and do you get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, but you know what? That would be a good. I feel like musically, I think that would be good. Good clash, though.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I came up with a few actually of like some clashes that I thought would be interesting ones.
Go on, let me hear them. Obvious one, Dizzee and Wiley. Obvious.
Oh yeah, Dizzee and Wiley. Yeah. That, see, to me, yeah, because I thought about that, but I don't know, man.
Remember what you said. Remember what you said. It's not just about the songs. It's about the talk that comes with it.
Yes.
So Dizzee and Wiley playing the songs. Remember, because Boy in the Corner Days, Wiley's on that album a bit. You get what I'm saying? Like, so there's going to be certain levels of like crossover of stories. Then you've got both of their commercial, let's call them commercial albums, their mainstream albums. They can face off against those. Dizzy's Holiday versus Wiley's Rolex. Like, there's, bruv, I'm telling you, that clash, the money
that
I
is
would
the
pay
part
to watch
that I
that,
completely eradicated. I don't know why, but I completely eradicated that. But that is a big part. Even their commercial tunes.
It would be
like
mental.
doing that. Yeah, doing that.
They've both done collaborations with big, massive pop artists. Like, yeah, it would be nuts, bruv.
I
would do Dizzee versus Wiley.
Bonkers versus like Wearing My Rolex.
Yeah.
The original.
No, versus Take That. Remember Take That?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Bonkers versus Take That. Bruv, it'd be mental, bruv. Then Dizzy's got his tune with Robbie Williams. Who's Wiley got? Has Wiley got a tune with a big British?
He's got one with Conor Maynard.
Conor Maynard.
I think he was a feature on that though, to be fair.
Bruv. Ed Sheeran. Sorry, he's got a tune with Ed Sheeran.
Oh yeah, he does. Do you know what? A lot of people have a tune with Ed Sheeran still. Like, a lot.
That's true, actually. Wiley's got he's got his tune that he did recently. Was it with Future? That tune, that Givenchy bag. Is Future on that tune? Am I going mad? He's got a tune with a big.
With Wiley.
Yeah.
And
Wiley's
Future.
Is it? Maybe it's.
Oh,
Future.
I know what tune you're talking about. Yeah. He does as well. Raw. Ain't no one talked about that. Wait, let me
so
just
Wiley's
find
got
it.
a tune with a big US artist, and then obviously Dizzy's got his tune with UGK as well. So they've got like their US collaboration, UK collaboration songs. Then they can do proper grime tune. They can do freestyle.
It does have Future on it. That is nuts.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Da Vinci bag. That's what it's called.
Yeah, bruv. That clash would be absolutely mad. And that's nothing to do with the Wiley and Dizzee history. We're not even talking about the Wiley and Dizzee history. That history in itself is a whole nother element of the clash. That would be the greatest clash of all time.
100%. I agree. You won me on that. Just going back to Kano quickly though. What would you think about the idea or the prospect between Kano and Skepta?
I think 100%.
Okay.
I think those two are the perfect clash. Because I was going to say Skepta Productions versus Wiley Productions.
That's a good one.
But
did you see Skepta and J5? I mean, that was obviously...
Yeah.
That was can't.
It was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, but you can't chat to. Yeah, it's all.
But yeah, I couldn't think of the artist that Skepta would clash. But Skepta versus Kano is a very strong clash. Very strong.
I'm just looking at Wiley's catalogue as well. Yeah, and Miss D. I wonder what happened to Miss D. But I remember that Heatwave tune.
Yeah, that tune was hard.
I can't lie. At that time, with this, this tune was not dim. I don't care what anyone says.
No,
this
it definitely wasn't.
Tune,
I'm gonna party. I'm gonna dance. Put your hands upon my body.
Is that where it says I want to see a light skin gal on the road?
I want to see a dark skin gal on the road. Listen, he wanted to see a light skin girl and a dark skin girl.
Oh, no.
Wiley.
He wanted to see enough of them on the road, boy.
Who's got better commercial tunes then, Wiley or Dizzee?
I think Wiley's got more wavier ones, but Dizzee,
so?
yeah, Dizzy's got bigger ones though. He's got bigger room ones. Like you can go. Let's look at Heatwave for example, yeah, as a case study. Like Heatwave in England at its time would have done a madness in the festivals and all that stuff, and all the people are doing that, yeah. But see, like Bonkers. Anywhere in the world.
You're skipping, bruv. You're skipping Holiday, bruv. If you're going Wiley Heatwave, you got to do Dizzee Rascal Holiday. Holiday is better than Heatwave.
But even then, I feel like Bonkers is a. Oh, it's not better than Heatwave. Not taste wise.
No, it's not better than Heat. That's what he's saying. When you say Wiley's got more wavy, Bonkers isn't wavy. Holiday by Dizzee is wavy. Baseline Junkie was up there as one of his sick commercial tunes, like mainstreamy songs. What else? What's another Dizzee tune?
I didn't like that, you know.
Baseline Junkie.
Yeah.
Bruv, that tune is hard. That tune's hard, bruv. Bro, this tune's hard. Oi!
No, I wasn't there with this.
Baseline Junkie was hard. What's another one? Oh, no.
Sorry.
I don't know if this counts as a Dizzee tune. Oh, sorry, Dance With Me. What? Dance With Me.
Yeah, Dance With Me. Yeah, that's a big one still.
And then that tune he did with Basement Jaxx, bruv, Lucky Star. Oh my God.
Is that his deep. Song?
No, it's Basement Jaxx's song.
Yeah, of course.
But that tune is deep, bro.
This is the thing as well with clashes and that, yeah. Like, I get the feet, like with Verzuz in particular. Like a lot of the times with the rappers and that, they play like their verses from songs that weren't theirs. But I do think that like the tune should be theirs. I think that the tune should always be yours. If you're
on it, it's your tune. If you're on it, it should count as your tune. In a catalog versus catalog, what you can do? Just take your verse and play it a cappella. Like that was the tune that the verse is on, so it should definitely count.
Oh, what? So you're saying that like even if it's a feature, it should just count?
If it's catalog versus, if we're beefing catalog versus catalog, if we're doing Skepta versus Kano, I'm playing tunes that Skepta's featured on because he might have made the tune. People might have been listening to that tune because of Skepta.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So I shouldn't take it out of the.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, because that.
But yeah, go on. What clashes do you think? What?
I had as an alternative one ish. I had Miss Dynamite and Estelle.
Ooh, that's good. Hey, Chuckie, that's good.
Miss Dynamite
would win though. Miss Dynamite would win.
Yeah. I got Miss Dynamite on that. Still.
But that's good.
I don't think it would be a landslide though. I don't think it would be, but I think Miss Dynamite's definitely got it. But Estelle's.
I don't know.
You what? Listen.
I don't know. You know what? I can't. I don't know. You know what it is? I feel very strongly about A Little Deeper as an album. There isn't one bad song on A Little Deeper.
I know.
So because there's not one bad song on A Little Deeper, she's already, how many songs is on there? Maybe 15? She's already 15 songs up.
Yeah. I guess obviously from
she's
personal
15 songs up.
But also I do think that you've got to add like an element of notoriety and like how certain songs did at a time as well as personal taste.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. But, definitely.
You know, remember them tunes. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Bounty Killer in a bit.
Did this guy really put his put the stop it drop on? That's cheating. You can't do that.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like that would be a good one still. But yeah,
I'm gonna chuck in one as well. Adele versus Lily Allen.
Oh shit. What? Oh shit.
That would be hard.
So, what do you think the general consensus would be on that?
That would be mad. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. Adele versus Lily, I don't know. I don't know, bruv. Because they both got some sick tunes. Oh my God, I want to do that clash right now, bruv. That would be mental. Oh!
That would definitely be a good one. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see them do that. I'd love to see them do that.
Yeah, them two doing that would be
I think
sick.
as well. I think Adele's got chat as well, you know? Like,
What?
seriously.
Adele,
Listen.
bruv. You don't even need to say where Adele's from, bruv. We know she's got chat.
Yeah.
We know she's got chat, and Lily's got chat as well.
Yeah, of
bruv.
course.
It'd be hard. Yo, them two need to do that.
I got another alternative kind of one. And to be
Go
honest
on.
with you, like, I would only be able to play one side because I'm not that great on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I just think in my head, it just sounds like it would be a good clash, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
James Morrison versus James Blunt. And I back James Morrison. Hey, you see James Morrison? Let me
what's
tell you
my favourite
something.
James
Yeah?
Morrison song?
Give me,
What's my
hey,
favourite?
give me someone to clash with so that I could be James Morrison. Because see,
What's
when
my favourite James Morrison song?
let me tell you something. See, when I lick someone's face off with tunes like this.
What is it? Go on. Play it.
Julie.
Oh! Bro.
Oh my.
Bro.
Stop it, founder.
Oh my goodness.
You make
James-
it real
hey.
for me.
James has
That's not
rhythms.
No. Chuck, that's not my favourite one. My favourite one is the one he says something about flowers.
Is it Broken Strings? It might
He
be
says
Broken
something about
Strings.
flowers, Chuck.
Or
What
you
is
give
it?
me something.
Yes, bro.
You give me something. Oh,
You give me something. Oh
God.
my gosh.
Hey,
bruv.
someone out there,
Yeah,
give me an
nah.
artist. Give me an artist and we'll do it.
Wait, hold on. So did
I'll
you
do it on
just
my
say
Instagram.
James
I'll do it on
Blunt
my
because his
Instagram.
name is James as well? Is that why?
Yeah, well, yeah, and also like they got like one or two tunes that are like I know James Blunt's got a tune called "You're Beautiful" and it's kind of like that vibe. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's that kind of quick guitar
Basically,
and
you
that.
just need. Yeah, you need a white guy who plays guitar, sort of like. To
Yeah,
clash him.
country
But it can't be
kinda
Ed
boy.
Sheeran. Do you
Nah,
think you can do James Morrison versus Ed Sheeran? I think Ed would win. I'm not gonna lie. He's got some sick tunes, but it's still a good. It's still a good one. Who
It
else?
is a
Who's
good
a
one,
white
but I
guy
think
that
that
plays
would be
guitar?
hard. I think that would be. I think Ed's got a lot of bangers still.
You think
can't-
Ed Sheeran
hey,
versus Craig David?
only if Ed does or goes like those the collaborations. Maybe because you can't like he's got too many. It's just not
Yeah.
fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. But
I
I'd
don't
like
know,
to see
Craig
Craig
Da-
David in one. Maybe Craig David and Miss Dynamite. Like, but this is the
Ooh.
thing. This is the thing. I've noticed this as well with some of the clashes. Yeah,
Ooh.
I noticed this with
Yo.
some of the clashes. Yeah, like
Yeah.
sometimes it's like man versus man, woman versus. Mix that up, fam.
Yeah, mix it
You
up.
get what I'm
There's no need
saying?
to- there's no need to keep it separate.
Nah,
I think there
mix
will
that
be
up.
one. There will be one.
But
There
Miss
will be a mix-
Dynamite versus Craig David, that could
It's
be
hard.
a thing.
Yeah, that's hard. That would be hard. That would be sick, bruv. Someone do this, please.
Yeah. Or like, what you do, just message me, or like, I don't know, just like tweet us or whatever it is with suggestions, and then like maybe you lot do it. Or
Yeah,
like,
maybe you lot
do
do
you get
it.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I
shout
don't know.
out
I
to No
think we should
Signal
put-
if you're listening. Do it.
yeah, or just like get artists that you just wouldn't even expect as well to take part and do something like that. Because I think it would be sick.
Yeah, so do I.
But actually, as we're here though,
we
yeah.
we have to. We have to, bro.
Oh.
Can I tell my side of the story, though?
Go
Let me
for
tell my
it.
side of the story.
Can I ask you questions?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, go on. Start
Yeah.
and
So-
and then I'll stop you.
Yeah,
and-
so basically, yeah, every time I see a Verzuz, they announce the Verzuz, I look at it and it says PST, and I think, I don't know what time that is, innit? So I'm not going to Google it. That's clearly not my time. I don't even know what Pacific Standard Time. I don't know, maybe. I
We're
see
GMT.
EST, PST.
Yeah,
we're
we're
GMT. No,
GMT.
we're BST right now. We're British Summertime.
So what happened to G?
G is Greenwich Mean Time. That's after. Remember when the clocks go back and forward, it changes from BST to GMT. Are you learning this now?
We're something MT, man. Cha. Anyway.
Bruv, listen. I don't
didn't
even know.
know.
If I'm right,
I
but
didn't
think
even
I
know
am.
that. BST or BMT. That sounds like a
BST,
sandwich.
BST, British Summertime, BST.
Right, I didn't
That
even
sounds
know
like a sandwich.
Go on,
But
anyway.
yeah, we're BST right now. But yeah, so I see Verzuz, I see PST, EST. I don't know what time that is. So I think, you know what? I'll wait until the timeline tells me that something's going to happen, innit? I went to bed 10:30. I didn't see nothing on the timeline, Chuck. I didn't see a single... I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no one say, yo, what we doing? What, we linking up on Zoom? I didn't see a single thing. I woke up today, what time? Maybe like 8 a.m. I've got a voice note from Chuckie, like, yo, Bounty Killer, Beenie Man, all this stuff. I said, no, I missed it, bro. I absolutely missed it. Went online. As soon as I opened my Twitter, I saw bare stuff. I'm reading loads of stuff. I'm seeing clips. I'm like, nah, I really missed it.
So,
I
so
really
you
missed it.
You missed it because of you misunderstood the timings on the flyer.
It's not that I misunderstood them. It's that I just don't take notice of them because they don't meet. Like, someone saying to you, it's going to be on at 4 PST. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So I'm just relying on the British people to tell me, yo, it's tonight. So what time did it actually start?
It was, okay, so it was 1 o'clock
UK
in the
time.
morning, yeah? But
Right,
what they
okay.
did do was, I think Swiss had put on a later flyer. I think, or the flyer on the day, the times that it was going to be on in New York, LA, and Jamaica, and England. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I knew that this was the one time where I knew the time. Because before, I didn't know the fucking time. Even when I didn't know what it is. I didn't know what, like, all I knew, the only thing that I knew was that it was going to be early hours in the morning. Because a lot of the times, when, like, American sport and that is on that I'm watching it, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm so glad that I actually knew that it was at 1, because I might have taken a nap and woken up at 3 thinking it was going to be
thinking
and
that
I
it was going to start. Okay.
Yes. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's been happening. Now I'm following the Verzuz Instagram. I've decided I just need to follow it because the previous ways didn't work out for me, bruv.
Yes.
But yeah, man, I haven't finished watching back the whole thing. I skipped through it a little bit because it's on their IGTV.
Yeah.
And then I watched certain chunks of it. I've seen clips. But bruv, honestly, yeah. Listen, bruv, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start.
Chilling! Beenie Man and Bounty Killer. I'll tell you what I'm going to start. Go on.
Okay, who won? That's the first question.
Can I answer that towards the end?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's important for me to answer that towards the endish, yeah?
Okay, cool. Go
All
on,
right.
go.
So, boom. I'm talking on the phone. And as I'm talking on the phone, I've got it on loudspeaker, but someone that is like certified in my life has messaged me on WhatsApp saying, and I could just see, oh my God, look at this or whatever, yeah? So I've broken concentration out of this conversation while this person's talking. So like for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, I'm not listening to what they're saying, yeah? Because this person doesn't message me like this. So I'm just like, let me just quickly, boom, and I'll jump back into the conversation. Then I've seen the flyer, Beenie Man versus Bounty Killer. So I have done the rude thing in the conversation and cut them off, yeah? And I said, listen, there's a big clash happening this weekend, you know? So I'm explaining to my friend, like, why this is such a big thing or whatever. And for some people who don't know, one of the reasons why it is such a big thing is because not only are these two, like, dancehall legends and idols, they, at one point, did not like each other. They didn't get on. They were real rivals. And their issue was quite serious at that time as well. And like back in the day, in like 1993 and stuff like that, they clashed on stage before. And then there's like other things that have happened in between that time and now. Even though now they get on and they're fine or whatever. But you know, Beenie Man married Bounty Killer's ex-girlfriend and stuff like that. So there's like, you get what I'm saying? There's things, yeah? So anyway, I'm also like, I was just happy to see that Verzuz were gonna do something different from
outside of
from
usual.
outside.
Yeah.
And clashing is a part of dancehall culture, so it's only right that they get someone to do it. So that the fact that they got those two legends, sick to me. Yeah. Then in my head, I'm like, I hope that they don't overcomplicate this, because the Wi-Fi in Jamaica is not the greatest as it is. Yeah. It's not the greatest. Yeah. But also there was like rumors of them being together in like the same space and that. And I was thinking, I hope that it ain't going to be, I don't know if you saw the Teddy Riley thing where Teddy Riley had the dancers and all of these type of things. And it was like, fam, that's not, we just need you in a studio to just run your tunes and that. Mm-hmm. So I was like, if they're going to be together, what needs to happen is Beenie Man on one deck and Bounty Killer on the other deck, and they just like play their tunes. Now I don't know about you, but see, like with the like clashes, see like with the artists and stuff doing the clashes. For me, my favorite part of the clashes a lot of the time actually isn't when they're playing the tune. A lot of the time it's when they're giving backstory and insight into the song and how certain things come about, or maybe even the way that they tee it up and whatnot. So I knew that they was gonna give that in abundance. Listen, they exceeded my expectations. Seriously, these two. See when Bounty Killer comes on the microphone and straight away you just start hearing his voice. Wait, I got more vibes of like how you hear Bounty Killer's voice. Yeah, when you start hearing things like
motherfucking niggas should know.
Angry, miserable. Listen, to me, this guy is I grew up listening to Bounty Killer more so than Beenie Man, but Beenie Man's a man who's got enough gal tune and like a lot of commercial success and whatever. But Julie, what they did on that Verzuz, I feel like in terms of entertainment, I feel like Verzuz peaked that night.
Yes, 100%. That's without a doubt.
I feel it peaked. I feel like every Verzuz that was done prior to that was to lead up to a moment like this. And initially, when the clash started, Julie, I was disappointed in Bounty Killer because
why?
Because like his first tune was terrible. His first tune was garbage. And then like I noticed that what they were doing in the beginning was they were playing a lot of their American styled tunes.
Right.
To begin with.
Yeah.
And at first I hated it, but I'm gonna tell you why I liked it in conclusion, Mm-hmm. But like when I was watching that, I didn't like it because there's actually a conversation in itself now that a lot of dancehall fans are having, where they feel like there's a new era of dancehall music, and some people are calling it dancehall trap, and it's like an American styled version of dancehall. Mm-hmm. And a lot of dancehall fans don't like that because they just think like, why are you begging the next man's thing? Naturally they are musically, and naturally the influence that these guys have and how musically wavy they are, they've inherited a lot of that. Like, why would you want to go and do that? Like, do you know how much people around the world love that style of music that you create in that small little island? Mm-hmm. And now you're going to change that to appease who? To appease who? So when they were doing that, and they were playing some of those songs there, at first I was like I'm not loving this really. Like, just take every people into your world. But like, all in all, what they ended up doing was so mad, because they essentially, in my opinion, got everyone's ears by doing that. So it was like, you know what, we start off like, you know what I mean, we got people's ears, we do the American thing, whatever. Mm-hmm. But then they gave a bit of everything. And so after that they gave gal tune, then they gave war tunes. And then the best part of it was when they started, like, historically we call it toasting, which is what grime artists do. You play an instrumental, you pass the mic, you go back to back or whatever, and like that is the biggest part of dancehall and clashing and stuff like that. So when they did that, have you seen that part?
Yeah. That bit I've seen.
That part there was so special. And the thing is, it was special more so because I've been seeing it. So I know where that comes from. But it's special to me when I see 500,000 people watching
It's
this
on a
who
world
don't
stage, bruv.
exactly, and they don't particularly. They've never seen that before. They may not
Yeah.
necessarily know where some of the things that they like today have come from. So when they're seeing these lot doing it, it was like it was such a special moment. Like seriously, it was seriously. But as a Bounty Killer fan, to begin with, he was losing heavily. Like, and Beenie Man wasn't even like pleased with it. Was like he was quite shocked at some of the tunes he was playing. He was like, "What, really?" And like Beenie was doing his thing or whatnot, yeah. But then when they got to that part, they were, by the way, for people who don't know, the rhythm that they were playing underneath is called the Showtime rhythm, and it's like one of the most iconic dancehall rhythms. You'll find a lot of the time where if you got a bunch of dancehall artists in a space together, at some point someone's playing the Showtime rhythm and you gotta know how to ride that rhythm. And then Bounty Killer came in and started, Julie! Seriously! And then they went back in, like, what they did was, as I said, they was doing, like, giving a bit of everything, yeah? But then it was like, okay, boom. American features and that, light-hearted. There's a lot of Americans watching it. Boom, you might not have known that Beenie Man did a tune with
Pharrell,
T.I.
Maya.
and Pharrell and that. You might not have known that Bounty Killer did a tune with Busta Rhymes and whoever else. So you know what? We got people's ears now. Boom, we're going to delve into the culture properly now. Give them some gal tune, give them some war tune, go back to back for a little bit. Then, you know what? We've gone a little bit deep now. So we're going to come back out and be a bit light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to give a bit light. And then, you know what? We're going to have a little bit of fun. I don't know if you saw this, but they played like a EDM tune. And then they started going back to back on the EDM tune.
No. I know by now everybody should have seen that clip, but if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. So like Beanie's recorded like an intro to the tune, yeah?
Yeah.
He's recorded the intro, the DJ's dropped it, he's doing his intro to the tune, then the tune drops in, and it's obviously some mad EDM tune or whatever. I think it's like it's not from a meme, but it's like from a meme basically. It's been on the internet for a minute.
Yeah.
Tune drops, obviously, everyone's like laughing, it's funny or whatever. Then Beanie starts spraying over the tune, yeah? Look at Bounty Killer's face, bruv. He can't believe it. He's in shock, bruv. He literally turns around like, what? Then he says, then Beanie tries to wheel it. He says, nah, no, I'm not letting you wheel this tune without me spraying on it,
Yeah,
bruv.
I need to go.
When he's spraying
I need to go.
He's got a bar like, like Beanie, you're letting a Grammy get to your head or something. I can't remember what it was. He said something like that, bruv. And then Beanie tries to come back on. He pushes him out the way, bruv. Bruv. When I saw that, I threw my phone, bruv. I couldn't believe it. It was, oh man, there's no words for that. There's no words to describe it, bruv. That feeling of watching that was absolutely, bruv. There will never be a better. Verzuz,
it was euphoric.
Peaked is not even the right word, bruv. You're not doing, and the thing is, I think the timing was beautiful because obviously everybody's been watching it. Nelly versus Luda, obviously Erica and Jill, like everyone's been watching it. It's been that vibe, but the timing of it is perfect because Beenie and Bounty, this is like they can do this in their sleep, and this is who they are. This isn't versus to all these other people, to Teddy Riley, whoever. Like this is not, it's not new to them. But it's a format that they're not used to. Hang on, I've got to go. What? Like they've never really done that. To Beenie and Bounty, this is like breathing, bruv. Breathing.
100%.
I was reading somewhere that they said they didn't prepare for it. I was reading that. They said they're not going to prepare for it because the war is supposed to be spontaneous, isn't it? You're not supposed to prepare.
Exactly.
So to see them just do that, bruv, I swear that I'm glad that everybody seems to have had the same reaction that we've had, which is this is unbelievable, unreal, like out of control. This is like gold, bro.
Yeah,
it's like finding gold. Like, it's
100%.
Bro, it's too mad.
Yeah, it's like
mad.
Again, because what you said is so true. It's like that is supposed to be spontaneous. So you could see that. Yes, they would have, went to the DJs that they had there and gave them a guide of what. The couple of tunes that we're gonna play and whatever. But then it's like there's no. Oh, we're going to play this first, second, third, fourth, whatever. Because you could see even Bounty Killer was like, Beenie Man would play a tune, he'd go to the DJ, boom, whatever. And then the DJ would line up something or whatnot. And then he was ready to do his thing or whatnot. But like, also as well, which was funny to me, yeah, was the fact that like you saw how different in personality that they were, yeah. And why this is funny to me is Beenie Man is everything about he's not young anymore, but let's just say young from my grandmother's perspective. But he's everything that my grandmother would love in a young Jamaican, yeah. And why I say that is because he's punctual, he was on time, yeah. He obviously was dressed smart. He was, you know, he's very likable. You can see that he's a person who can just adapt to situations, and he's kind of like the life of the party and whatnot. Bounty Killer is probably what my grandmother would not like in a Jamaican, where he's like a bit more ignorant and like, you get what I'm saying? And the thing is, he might not actually be like that properly in his everyday life, but you could see that it's in him. Yeah, he's just a bit ignorant. He's a bit like, yeah, I'm gonna come and just, you know what I mean? And you saw it come to play when the police came. Because when the police come...
Yeah.
When the police come, let me tell you something. Had Beenie Man not have been in there to be the peacemaker of that situation... It would have been a madness.
Yeah.
Because Bounty Killer was not loving that. He didn't love the fact that, like, in his mind, he's like... In his head, he's probably playing it like, yo, I'm working right now. The world is watching, and you're coming to disrupt my thing.
Yeah,
again.
Nah.
And they already call him the poor people. Exactly. We already call him the poor people governor. So he's already like anti certain things. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leave it up to him, and he would have been cross, angry, and miserable. Yeah. but Beenie Man was more like, we got the world on stage. Like the world's watching us right now. So you wanna? Let's just. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's do it later. Let's just do it a bit later. Then he's turned around to Bounty and said, Bounty, don't give him a reason to mash up everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You can see it in
you
that.
You need that guy.
You need that. You need that. But you also, like, it's good when you see those two personalities musically come together and regardless of the situation that they had before, they're clashing now, but they're clashing from a perspective of, I know I'm the best. I believe I'm the best. But you know what? It's a fun thing and we're going to enjoy it. And it was like, it translated so well.
Yeah, 100%. For me, as much as I've grown up with West Indian music, listening to it, I've never, like, I can't sit and tell you places. I can name maybe 2 places in Jamaica. You know what I mean? And one of them is obviously Kingston. Like, I don't have a very in-depth knowledge of the West Indies. So as much as I know Bounty Killer's music, as much as I know Beenie Man's music, I've never really seen them in that setting. I might catch a little video of a sound clash however many years ago and that's mad, blah, blah, blah. But I've never really experienced those 2 people in that way. That's like, remember when people always say, oh, when DVDs first came out and you finally got to see MC's faces because you was listening to them on pirate radio. That's what that felt like to me, bruv. I'm actually seeing it, like everything you're saying about personality, I'm picking it up for the first time though. At 30, nearly 32 years old, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, so Beenie Man's got mad banter, or you get what I'm saying? Like, these are things that I'm seeing for the first time. So it's like watching it's like watching a TV program, but then they're doing things that I respect so highly. Yes. At the same time, bro, it was mind blowing, bro. Honestly, I can't wait to sit down. I think the whole thing's about an hour and 10 minutes. I can't wait to sit down, bro, and watch the whole thing from start to finish, bro.
I'm gonna watch it again after I finish this. I'm gonna watch it again,
bro. It was.
I'm gonna watch it again. It
was amazing.
So Rihanna was in there, but when Bounty Killer see Rihanna, it's like Riri. I'm here with Beenie. Yeah, I'm here with Beenie.
And Beenie, bro. Oh, bro. You know what? That's another thing I will say. That the internet's a very interesting place, isn't it? And there's loads of people, and you see people in a different habitats, whatever. Yeah, I did not know that Bounty Killer and Beenie Man and a clash would be the thing that would bring all of those kinds of people together. You get does that make sense? Yeah. Like, you see so many different things on the internet. Anything, it can be anything. You see memes, you see product launches. Rihanna's got new Fenty, whatever. Make so many different things. New music's come out. But I did not think that I would see West Indian artists, not American artists, rappers, R&B stars, like dancehall artists, British artists, all in the same place for Beenie Man and Bounty Killer. I didn't think them two people would bring everybody together. It was, that to me was one of the most mind-blowing things about it as well. I was like, raw, look at all these Jordan Dunn. What is happening? How is this the common denominator between all of you lot?
Well, do you know what it is? I think, again, like, dancehall music, yeah, regardless of the era, that whether you know it, whether you are well versed in it or not, and whether, you know, there was a certain era in it that you gravitated to more than another, like, dancehall music in some way has played a part in everyone's life, because everyone loves that style of music. It could be old, it could be new, it could be whatever. There's always, when you hear dancehall in a rave, that's the part where people start skinning out, dancing, whatever. Yeah. Even whether it be reggae or whatever. So, like, what you see in a moment where Swiss announces Beenie Man and Bounty Killer is you have, like, dancehall fans and people that may know of Beenie Man or Bounty Killer or whatever. They're super excited. And then, you know, some people might just know only a tiny bit and like, okay, cool. Well, that sounds cool. But when you're seeing influential music artists and influential just people super excited about it, then you understand this is actually a big deal. Like, I'm actually, there's something about this that is a big deal. Do you get me? And I need to see exactly what that is. So dancehall music can quite easily do that just off the basis of the excitement it gets from influential people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I didn't know. Like, when's the last... And maybe... You know what it is? We haven't been outside for so long. You forget the influence of the club. Yes. That's one place that everybody goes. Yes. And don't get me wrong. There's definitely... I'm sure there's an element of, oh, everybody else is doing it, so I should get involved as well. 100%. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I forget that no matter where you are in the world, when you're in a club, there is a bashment section. Yes. Like, there is. It doesn't matter. Like, there's a bashment section in every club that you go to, and so, but it just felt so, bro. It just felt so powerful, bro. As I'm watching it, I'm looking at them two, and I'm like, it's like, it just felt powerful, and it was sick to see everybody else feeling that as well. Yeah,
bro. It was special. Like, people have witnessed something super special, and even just going back to what I was saying about the influential side of things. That was why in the beginning, at first, when they were playing those, when they were doing like more of the lighter American stuff, and I didn't know where it was going, I was thinking to myself that, like, you know, sometimes I feel like, maybe not a lot, but sometimes I feel like Jamaicans forget their source. They forget it. And there's a part of them that feels like, and we've seen it here sometimes, like with artists before, not even so much now, because like we've kind of, or a lot of people have kind of grown into embracing where we're from and musically being us and dressing like us and whatever. And like, you know, like a lot of the time now, you won't see an artist from here, or even just a person going to America just trying to fit in and speak. Like, we just go in now, UK, London, Manchester. This is who we... But it wasn't always like that. It's like, you know, there was always this appeasement to what was happening somewhere else. And like, with Jamaica, I'm like, yo, don't ever forget that source, you know? Don't forget one of the reasons why so much people love this music. You don't have to do that. But in conclusion, it was good that they did that, because technically it made a lot of sense, because they gave different angles of stuff that they did, and they did it in a way that would get people's attention, and then gave you the hardcore element of it. When it started to get really hardcore, as I said, they came back out of it, you know what I mean? And then they went back and did the hardcore thing over a commercial thing, and then afterwards just like, you know what I mean? They just... Bro. I love the fact they even played the national anthem in the beginning as well.
It's just so... It's just so... It's a mixture of just experience in general and knowing how to please a crowd. And it doesn't matter where the crowd is from. It doesn't matter where the crowd is from. They know how to please a crowd. That's one. Two, just the nostalgia of I saw a video of someone filmed like their dad watching it, dancing. Okay. And I'm like, just the nostalgia of what this feels like to people. Memories you probably haven't even gone into for time. is a winner. And then the fact that they are so skilled, bruv. Bounty Killer's voice alone, just his voice. Beenie Man's got it as well.
Yeah.
But obviously Bounty's is like weighty. Bounty Killer's voice alone is bruv, it's like gold dust, bruv. Like it's too much. All of those things combined, out of this world.
Yeah, as soon as he
I can't
touches
say
the
enough,
microphone,
there'll never be another.
As soon as he touches microphone, it's like you're hit
It's
with
over.
a presence straight away. Like
it's over.
you
It's
know,
that
and
feeling
it's
I
the-
get when I hear D double. If I'm in a rave somewhere and if I'm in a rave, I'm not even looking at the stage. I could be anywhere in a club. If I hear D double on the mic, that feeling,
Yes.
that is it.
Yeah,
Not many people have
100%.
got that.
Yeah, not many people.
Okay, so you haven't answered the question yet. Who won, please?
Okay, so
Yes, go on.
this is gonna sound very. This is gonna
Like you're trying to
sound.
get out of it.
No, this is gonna sound just like a cliche thing, yeah. But I just felt like when it got to the Showtime rhythm, and see, Beenie Man was winning all the way up to the Showtime rhythm. In fact, Beenie Man, when I was like trying to keep the score, but it was obviously hard because they was moving mad quick in that, yeah. Beenie Man ran the first round. Bounty Killer run the second round because he had a counteraction for a tune that Beenie Man had, and then Beenie Man just started winning just every round after that. And then like slowly there was like a part where Bounty Killer started to come in, and what was good about that as well is that like we know like Bounty Killer fans love the war side of Bounty Killer, yeah, when he's doing the war stuff. So when he started dropping them, that's when he started to kind of come back in it, and he did it at 2 points. He did it in the beginning, and then he did it towards the end, yeah.
Yeah.
But when they got to the Showtime rhythm part and they was going back to back, for me, the scorecard, it just got flung out of the window. Like, I just, you know what? It was like, by now, we can't. But, so I would say that in that, there wasn't really a winner. However, if you put a gun to my head and said, no, you have to say one.
Yeah.
You have to say one. I'm going to say that Bounty Killer only edged it purely on when it got to the back-to-back side of things. Because when it was the tune thing, like Beenie was dominating him. And then there was like the last part of the clash, Bounty Killer started to have some tunes that was really like, he started to really war in that. But I think that when it got to the part where they were going back-to-back, I think that was where like, it wasn't even just some of the bars, but it was like the way that he was standing. You know, he was standing like ready for.
He was standing mad low.
Yeah, and then like, you know, Beenie was just standing there just doing whatever, and then like there was even one part where like just before the and this shows the skill as well, yeah. Just before Beanie's part is done, Bounty kind of taps his hand, not in a disrespectful way, but he taps it, bam, comes in and licks him with a. Oh my God, man. Listen, I'm watching this. As soon as this is done, I'm going back and I'm watching it again. And I'd urge people to go and watch that. Beenie Man versus Bounty Killer. And you know what I'll say as well? I just got to big up Swiss, because Swiss is a man who seems to be a person who not only can just make things happen, but he just gets it. Do you get me? And I just know that he would not have told them, you know what, this is kind of what you like, you know, give them a bit of this and that. He just, nah, man. Like, this is what you lot do. Show everyone what
Just
you
do
do.
your
Because
thing.
we know where it comes from. We know where it comes from. So we want you to show people where it comes from and do that. And it worked. And I heard him speaking on his live afterwards, and he was so happy that I think his nervousness was the viewership was not going to be anywhere near like the big Americans and stuff. And like he talked about that quite a bit, because he was like, you know what, when I'm seeing 500,000 people there, he's like, it's one thing when you look at America and how big it is and all of these things, and you look at Jamaica and how small it is, but like look at that, like that means something. Do you get what I'm saying? So there'll be another one. There'll definitely be another one. But I think that at that point it peaked, and the only way that I think you're going to be able to see anything similar in terms of entertainment is if you get dancehall artists to do it again. You won't see that otherwise. I don't think. Yeah,
I agree. Definitely, 100%.
So yeah, it was good, man.
What do you think the next one's gonna? What would be your next pick then for a dancehall reggae clash?
A lot of people are talking about like dancehall fans anyway in particular, are talking about Sizzler versus Capleton, which would be insane for people who love dancehall music and know even a little bit about them.
Yeah.
But I just think that as much as I would love to see that more than the next man, I just think that they needs to be like Buju, his name right now, even though he's a super certified legend anyway, I just think he's come out of jail. He did that big show in that stadium in Kingston, like his homecoming, which was mass people from all over the world flew there to watch that. And he's got a very close relationship with Khalid and Swiss and that as well. And I just think that if you're going to do another clash now, it kind of has to involve Buju in some way, and people would love to see it. So
I feel like
maybe
wait, so Buju versus who then?
Maybe it could be Buju versus Shabba Ranks. Or it could be Buju versus Sizzler. It could be that. But I think either way, it will be Buju versus someone. Or what they might do is they might do like a commercial one, which would be like Sean Paul versus Shaggy or something like that.
Okay,
and both of them, even though like I feel like they're a good matchup purely because both of them have like deep rooted dancehall music, but they also both had a massive level of commercial success. I think they both went diamond. Do you get me? And so I think that would be entertaining. I think that some people will look at that and think, oh, that's too commercial, but you'd be surprised when they start running their rhythms. You'd be surprised at what the angle at which they actually go. Do you know
I don't think people would think it's commercial, because I think that's one thing that I've liked from Verzuz as well, is people respect the artists that are clashing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think obviously it'll be easy to get caught up and think we want one similar to Bounty and Beenie, but actually there's a lot of respect in Sean Paul and Shaggy, and with their fans being involved as well. I think that'd be sick. I'd love to watch that.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's going to be really interesting to see like how it how that pans out. But I'm satisfied. I can't lie, I'm satisfied. We're recording this on a bank holiday. Not that it means anything, because every day.
I was just gonna say, who even knows when it's a bank holiday? What bank holiday is it? What one is this?
I don't even know. It's one in May. And that's it. And then they got like there's an R&B clash now, I think tomorrow, which is 112 and
Jagged Edge.
Yeah. Which I think will be alright. But yeah, man, as I said, I'm satisfied. So yeah,
I'm happy, bro. Yeah, I hope that. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be up for a long time. But yeah, if you haven't, like Chuckie said, if you haven't seen it, definitely go and watch it. The full length one is on the Verzuz Instagram's IGTV.
Okay, sick.
Instagram have done a good job at that, you know. I'm not gonna lie, making everything, because people weren't using IGTV, and so what they've done is they forced everybody's lives to live on IGTV.
Let's talk about that. You're right. When IGTV actually dropped, a couple people were trying to use it and trying to figure out how to incorporate it into their gram.
No one was rating it.
It didn't bang.
Nah. So now what they've done, because before what people were doing they were saving their IG live streams just to their story, but then obviously it disappears, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then Instagram just said, you know what? Cool, we'll just make everybody have to go to IGTV to watch it. So now, doesn't matter who's doing, and everybody's doing lives, bro. Everybody is on live.
I know.
Everybody's doing live, then just straight to IG. Yeah, so Instagram have made IG live actually work and stories work on desktop computers.
Yes, which is another sick thing.
Yeah, which is a sick thing, because no one's trying to watch an hour live on their phone. No. And 2, have made everybody go into IGTV.
Yeah.
Instagram won.
Yeah. I love
Instagram's
that,
one,
because that goes to the adapting side of things. It's like, okay, we're in a situation, we need to figure out how to adapt. Yeah. And when you start looking at, companies, brands, people, whoever, and you watch how they've started and then how they've adapted to certain situations, it shows you like the ones that have like stayed on top of things and how sick they've been, and then the other ones that have kind of just been drowned out. Yeah. In not being able to adapt. Instagram have done that in a sickest way.
Yeah. They definitely won. I would have thought YouTube would have not come out on top, but definitely would have been more prominent. I haven't seen much on YouTube. Like the live stuff that's been going on there has been good. I definitely do know Signal through watch No Signal clashes through YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought there'd be more on YouTube.
Yeah. They did with this clash. They actually had a YouTube. See, like how No Signal do it, where you can listen to it on their website, but then you can also listen to it on YouTube or whatever. They actually had it like that this time, so you could actually watch it on YouTube.
Oh, did they?
As well, yeah. But it was ultimately through the live though, so it wasn't like they had separate cameras.
Right. Okay.
It was just, I think they just mirrored the Instagram page and then
To
it was
the
up
right.
there.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
essentially, if the live went down, then the YouTube would have went down as well. Still,
Right.
But-
Okay.
but I guess like it just was another way for people to just, if you didn't have an Instagram, you could have just given
Look
it
at
to,
us assuming that everyone's got Instagram. Yeah. If you
Yeah.
don't have Instagram, actually,
Yeah,
go
you might.
YouTube.
Some people wouldn't have had an Instagram. Like there would have been some older people that didn't have it, but would have liked to have watched it, and then you know what I mean. They could
That's
have
real.
just gone on YouTube and done that. So yeah, it'll be interesting
That
to
is
see
real.
how that evolves. But also, it will be interesting to see even like how the Verzuz thing evolves, because they can do anything now.
They can do anything, and once we're allowed back outside, those events live are gonna be like Red Bull Culture Clash, basically.
Exactly.
But mad, like, mad.
Crazy.
Like everybody's two sets of fans. It'll be like a football game essentially.
Yeah.
Two sets of
definitely.
fans in a massive stadium or arena, wherever. Versus mental. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Is it Swiss and Timberland's thing?
Swiss
yeah?
and Timberland, yeah. Swiss
Yeah.
and Timberland. So yeah, big up to both of them still.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, man.
That's gonna be hard.
And yeah, man, I'd like to see like, you know what I mean, some over here as well. It would be good to just like organically though. I don't think that anyone has to make a UK version of it. But I just like, whenever it takes someone's vibe, whenever someone just feels that vibe, when that vibe just takes you, just ring a man and say, you know what? Can we just jump on the live and just do a thing? Do you get what I'm saying? We'll be involved. We'd love it, man. So yeah, anyway, listen, man. That was a good long one. It's always good talking to you. It's always good. Do you know what I mean? And I think now,
It really is.
well, I think not that there was a restriction before anyway, but like, yeah, there wasn't a restriction.
Yeah, our
but
timings
now-
were rubbish, but now,
now
let's
it's
let's
like,
think
you
up
get what
more.
I'm saying? We could do more, man.
Yeah, please.
You know what I
Man.
mean? Yeah. Listen, have a good rest of your day and that, and we'll chat.
Thank
yeah?
you, Chuck.
All
You
right,
too,
cool.
man. Look after yourself,
Enjoy.
all right?
Yeah. thanks
Wash
for
your
today.
hands, bruv.
All right. Of course, I wash my hands, man.
No, I don't like the way you said it.
No, of course I wash my hands anyway. I'm good, man. Serious. Sometimes I
Don't be
forget.
like that.
Nah, sometimes I forget still. I ain't gonna lie. But now, yeah, like sometimes I forget, innit? I just think, you know what, right? Of course, like
Right,
I
he's
just,
bare touching his face as he's talking about it. It's making it worse.
I know, I hear it still. But I just don't know if like, I don't know, man. So what, if I go outside and I touch a door, then I could just get it like that. I just feel like it's like a flu where, like, say you're around someone, you could like grab it like that. Like, so let's say like, okay, better way to describe it, yeah. Say I'm with a girl
Yes.
and she's got the flu. The way that I
Yes.
contract the flu isn't by me kissing her and lipsing her up and doing all of that. I might just be in the room with her and I just catch it because it was just going around. So I just
What
don't
is
know.
the point that you're making?
So like, if I just catch it by just me going into the bathroom and washing my hands, like I should just wash my hands anyway. But I just don't know if just washing my, okay, so I've got a little bit of corona on me right now. Shit, let me wash my hands. Oh, it's gone now.
I hate you. I hate you so much. It's not about your hands. It's not that you can catch coronavirus through your hands. It's about the fact that your hands touch your face
I
like you're
wash
doing
my
now.
hands, so don't watch that. I wash
Like you're doing now. And that's how you get it, bro.
Yeah, I hear that still.
It's carrying the germs from your hands to your face. Look, you're bare touching your
Alright,
face.
I'm good. I'm in my yard. I ain't even been that.
Just go and have some echinacea tablets, man, and relax yourself, bro.
Hey, I'm gone, man.
Love,
Hey, take
Chuck,
it
man.
easy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. Love.
I'll speak to you soon.
Alright,
Bye.